Now to a NewsNation exclusive. After more than a year, authorities in Portland, Oregon may be closer to catching a serial killer. 5 women under the age of 35 were all found dead within the span of just 3 months last year. The medical examiner determined a cause of death for only one of the women, 32-year-old Joanna Speaks. Her body was found in a rural area outside Portland. It showed signs of blunt force trauma to the head and neck. A year later, the murders remain unsolved. We do know authorities determined that there are links between at least 4 of the deaths. And the women's families are fighting for justice in a race against time. That's because there's a person of interest in this serial killing, and he is currently in jail on a parole violation. And he could be a free man by this time next month. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Anton is live in Portland for us tonight. And Brian, you spoke with the mothers of several of the victims. What do they tell you?
Yeah, Elizabeth, you know, the clock is really ticking here. They are waiting for some kind of justice, as is this entire Portland community. I mean, you can imagine just how terrifying it has been for everyone here for the last year or so since these women were found dead. Well, now we have learned that there is significant movement in the case.
Very thankful to have each other and fight together. We call each other the fighting families.
These families share a bond that they never hoped to have. Their loved ones all mysteriously murdered in and around Portland, Oregon. The cases unsolved.
When you got together, how quickly did you realize, wait a minute, there could be a connection?
Putting our girls, as we call, they're our girls. They're all our girls. Putting their faces together, saying, hey, something is up. And either we have a serial killer or we have 5 homicidal maniacs. I don't know which one would be worse.
5 Oregon women dead, all within a 3-month period, including Kristen Smith, found in a field February 19th, 2023. Joanna Speaks, discovered April 8th. Charity Perry, found dead near a state park on April 24th. Bridget Webster's body discovered April 30th. And Ashley Rial, found May 7th in a rural area. Police in Portland initially said the deaths were not connected, trying to calm fears about a serial killer, but then that theory changed. This man, Jesse Calhoun, was named a person of interest. The convicted felon was initially behind bars for burglary, car theft, and assaulting an officer. In 2020, Calhoun and other prisoners battled the Oregon wildfires. And in a controversial move, former Governor Kate Brown commuted their sentences for their help firefighting and because of COVID. Calhoun was freed, and after he was out, the murders happened. Police haven't said why they consider Calhoun a person of interest in at least 4 of the killings. He's still not been charged, but local reports indicate movement on the case behind the scenes.
There's obviously a lot that you all can't say. But are we at a moment where people can look at this case and feel like justice is coming?
I think we all feel we're there. We're at the end of this finish line. It's going to happen.
And Elizabeth, once it came out that Calhoun was a person of interest, his commuted sentence was reversed. So he was then locked back up again. But the clock is really ticking here because he's behind bars now, but he is slated to get out in less than a month on June 7th, which is one of the reasons that these families are so concerned. And again, we now have sources saying that there is activity happening behind the scenes and there could be a major development in the case coming very soon.
Yeah,
Elizabeth?
Police obviously know he'll be out very soon, so they're probably working very feverishly to get that deadline met. And it's worth noting that he was released early for his for fighting these wildfires in 2021, but he would have been out anyway in 2022, and the murders happened in 2023. So he wasn't released early and then committed murders if, in fact, that's what he ends up being charged with, right?
Yeah, that's a good point, Elizabeth. And also right now, police are being very careful, and the prosecutors here, to say that he is not a suspect. They're not using the word suspect right now. They have in the past said person of interest, but they're being very, very careful in terms of what they'll say at this moment.
Right.
Again, we have learned through sources that there is significant activity happening behind the scenes.
And Brian, very quickly, why is he a person of interest? Do we have any information on that?
It's a good question. Police aren't commenting. In terms of talking to the families, and they're strong moms. I mean, they've been doing a lot of on-the-ground investigation themselves. They say many of these women had connections to him one way or another in circles that they were in here in Portland, that they've been able to establish some connections.
Oh, that's a terrible bond those mothers all share. But my goodness, I hope they get justice on this because that's a scary thing to have somebody like that out on the streets, whoever is responsible for these murders. Thanks so much, Brian. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.